when I kick it. Things ain't been the same, things have changed.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
He's brought down by...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. But now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
He was brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing Jones. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
The ball carrier.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings
no score after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
Second and 8. Another try for Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And the ball carrier.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A 22-yard attempt.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Hayward on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Complete to Darius Slayton. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First down.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's in. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
2-yard line.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 32.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it. It's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he stopped immediately there.
On the carry.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the
Nice
play.
job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Gardner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
The tackle made by
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 16-yard line.
On second down now, Barkley. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Ryan Switzer on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. First carry for James Conner, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
A pickup of 2 yards and a Steeler first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Well, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
55, Mike, 55. Let's go, D. It's going to be 19,
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the gun, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work too.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 53 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To Connor on the check down. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Complete to James.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jones now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. 35 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
It is good.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Dion Lewis to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley, 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, Muhammad. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Catanzaro's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
They're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 yards. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead.
21.
Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. So
from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll go to Barkley again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Steven Nelson on the tackle.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try to force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Catanzaro on for the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. So a victory here for the men in blue.
Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like they hand the clock. Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I gave you the cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like a figure of 11. Sending like a parent, a message, you the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You was scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, Cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and my self-talk too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs from way back then. Could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?